The single ladies are staying home as Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour, it is struggling to sell out.
And it's not selling in the States or in London. And so you're just kind of wondering, you know, A, what's going on? And B, is she going to end up like Justin Timberlake, singing to 11,000 fans at the very end of his tour in a 60,000 seat arena?
50 shared this TMZ headline reporting that ticket sales for Beyonce's new Cowboy Carter tour have stalled. Now, the tour kicked off in LA on Monday, and shockingly, tickets dipped to as low as $57. So the question is, why isn't the BeyHive settling up?
Beyonce's out of touch, okay? People are fighting for their lives, they're getting deported, they're losing their jobs. We have better things to do, Beyonce, than make you rich. And we're also in debt from your last concert. Can we just say that you just had?
When Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those fucking trophies, trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man.
So Beyonce jumped down on you.
She jumped out. Oh, she was like on a windowsill.
Right.
We was in Vegas. She said, come on, I'm talking to her. She jumped out. She was like, and I'm like, wait, what is she doing?
Welcome once again to Hush Zay, the platform where public figures wish we'd cease discussing them altogether, but unfortunately, we continue unabated because the controversy is simply too irresistible. Let's get straight into the unfolding situation involving Beyonce, and yes indeed, 50 Cent is once again stirring the conversation, but honestly, when is he not? So here's the latest update. 50 Cent is once again launching criticism, and this occasion, his target is none other than Queen Bey herself. Reportedly, Beyonce's new Cowboy Carter tour isn't getting off to the smoothest beginning, and 50 is certainly not restraining himself. He's publicly mocking her for allegedly having difficulty filling up venues and selling out tickets.
Prices for Beyonce's highly anticipated Cowboy Carter tour are dropping like a lot. Just months ago, a fan could expect to spend up to $800 for a pre-sale ticket to the opening night in the tour in Los Angeles. But hours before the concert, tickets had dipped to as low as $57.
And that's far from the full picture. He's also targeting Jay-Z in his remarks, alleging that Jay is concealing himself behind Beyonce's public image in an attempt to deflect attention away from his rumored association with the legal chaos surrounding Diddy's ongoing situation.
So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
Absolutely, he's been treated differently.
The accolades. Because he's no longer viewed as what, like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones, because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh, wow.
With Diddy's legal proceedings fast approaching, the entire scenario is escalating rapidly. Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour has just begun, but fans are already sensing some unusual energy, from vacant seats and deeply discounted tickets, to Beyonce herself appearing visibly disengaged, as if she'd rather be elsewhere entirely. Whispers are growing that something just feels off, even as her loyal BeyHive fanbase continues spinning the narrative to tone things down, but the evidence is piling up. Social platforms are overflowing with images showing unoccupied floor spots, untouched VIP areas, and upper-level tickets being sold for as low as $20. That's not just an unfortunate situation, it's honestly quite concerning. Now here's where it starts to sizzle. 50 Cent recently posted a cryptic note, seemingly aimed directly at Beyonce, and the underlying tone is heavy with sarcasm. He's no longer just criticizing the music, he appears to be alluding to deeper, potentially damaging matters behind the scenes. Allegedly, the Carters are working overtime to maintain a polished public image, while frantically managing internal turmoil in private. Why, you might ask? Because Jay-Z's name has reportedly been dragged into Diddy's controversial lawsuits. One of Diddy's accusers even claimed that Jay-Z was present in the room during a troubling episode, when she was merely 13 years old. Although the case was dismissed on a legal technicality, the accuser has since returned with fresh documentation, and is adamant that she stands by every statement she previously made, and just when it seemed things couldn't get any more intense, they have. The accuser's attorney now alleges that Jay-Z employed intimidating tactics, allegedly dispatching private investigators to the accuser's home in an attempt to pressure her into silence, and reportedly, this was done without any legal representation present on her side. That's undeniably shocking. 50 Cent has now gone full throttle, publicly calling out the Carters and accusing Jay Of hiding behind Beyoncé while the scrutiny intensifies, he's not pulling any punches, and he's implying that this shaky Cowboy Carter tour might be less about a shift into country music, and more about buried secrets finally surfacing, which leads us to the million-dollar dilemma. Are audiences genuinely avoiding the tour due to ticket prices and the unexpected musical direction, or are they finally acknowledging the Carter-Diddy connection? Is 50 revealing actual hidden truths, or is this just his usual brand of messy meddling? Regardless, the drama is at an all-time high. Beyoncé launched the Cowboy Carter Tour in Englewood, California. But fans immediately reported a strange atmosphere, numerous empty seats, odd crowd dynamics, and a noticeably low turnout. A major celebrity news account on X, Pop Stuff, shared video clips from opening night, highlighting a surprisingly vacant pit section, and entire areas that appeared deserted. The post bluntly stated that Beyoncé's Cowboy Carter Tour began with a shocking number of empty seats, that the pit was largely unsold, and several seat sections had no attendees. According to Ticketmaster, the event was not sold out at showtime, with thousands of tickets still available. That's when 50 Cent jumped back in, posting a screenshot of the headline and trolling hard, with a caption. That said, it's getting real out here. He's clearly signaling that he suspects something sketchy going on in the background, and he wants the public to be aware. So here's the bottom line. Tickets simply aren't moving, and sources are beginning to suggest that Beyoncé may not be entirely to blame. Apparently, scalpers and ticket resellers bought up huge blocks of seats, expecting massive demand, but they misjudged the market severely. One source told the Daily Mail that these resellers overestimated demand, and now find themselves stuck with a large inventory of unwanted tickets. Ouch! Back in February, when the Cowboy Carter Tour was originally announced, fans had already begun voicing concerns about extremely high ticket prices, some of which were selling for thousands of dollars. But fast forward to just a few days before the show, and seats were going for as little as $20. That dramatic price drop has people questioning what's truly happening. Some fans attribute the lukewarm reception to overall tour fatigue, speculating that Beyoncé may have jumped into this tour prematurely, following the monumental success of her Renaissance run. And let's face it, Cowboy Carter doesn't seem to be resonating with the BeyHive in quite the same way. The energy feels off. And the new album isn't receiving the kind of praise Renaissance did. But wait, there's a newer and messier theory circulating. Some believe the real cause behind the underwhelming turnout might be linked to the still unfolding scandal surrounding Beyoncé and Jay-Z's close relationship with Diddy. People haven't forgotten that Jay-Z was directly named in a legal complaint filed by a plaintiff known as Jane Doe, who accused both Jay and Diddy of being involved in a disturbing incident that occurred when she was just 13 years old. Though the case was dropped, Jane Doe did not retreat. She has stepped forward once more, asserting her commitment to every word she previously shared. Her lawyer, Tony Busby, further intensified the situation by revealing that Jay-Z allegedly sent 2 private investigators to Jane Doe's home to intimidate her and record her in secret, all without any legal representative present. And here's the twist, Jay-Z's own legal team confirmed that investigators were dispatched, but they claim it was all handled professionally. Still, the timing, the secrecy, and the pressure are raising eyebrows, especially as fans begin to wonder if this ongoing legal cloud is what's actually keeping audiences away. Jay-Z's camp might insist nothing illegal took place, but Jane Doe remains unshaken. In her court filing, she stated she was physically trembling throughout her encounter with the investigators, that despite their calm demeanor, she felt deeply intimidated. That's a big deal, and to make things even clearer, she reaffirmed her position, saying in no uncertain terms she still stands by her story and she's not backing off Jay-Z. According to her, the original incident occurred during an after-party following the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards in New York City. In her own words, she declared, "I never stated whether once or 4 times that Mr. Carter did not assault me." She's not merely implying Jay-Z was present, she's openly stating that he was actively involved, and this is precisely the moment when everything truly detonates. 50 Cent refuses to ease up. He's been consistently and aggressively name-dropping Jay-Z and dragging his association with Diddy through the grimiest possible terrain, while the rest of the entertainment world remains completely silent. 50's out here exposing every bit of it without holding back in the slightest, but here's the twist, 50 isn't standing alone anymore. Kanye West just threw himself into the chaos, and he immediately cranked it up to an entirely new level. Kanye unleashed a series of explosive rants on X, directly calling out Jay-Z and Beyoncé, and claiming the only reason they seem so untouchable is due to their alleged connections to influential, behind-the-scenes elites. He didn't mince words, he claimed they're being manipulated by powerful forces, and he even went as far as using extreme and controversial language that sent the internet into a spiral. Kanye wrote, "I call celebrities F-word, but I know they got no other choice than to explicit Jewish Ds to keep their status money and even stay out of jail." Yeah, that post was flagged almost immediately, it was intense. And Kanye dropped that bombshell right after a leaked phone conversation between him and Diddy made its way online. In the recording, Diddy was venting about how he's always come through for his celebrity friends when things got rough, but now that he's drowning in allegations, they've all disappeared. He said, "I always spoke up to everybody, and I ain't bitter." Now, fans are convinced Diddy was taking direct aim at Jay-Z. They used to be tight, Diddy even once called Jay-Z his strategist. The go-to guy when things spiraled out of control. So now, with Jay completely silent, people are starting to ask, did he really cut Diddy off, or is he just keeping a low profile while the walls close in? From the moment Diddy's name started dominating headlines, both Jay-Z and Beyoncé vanished from public view. No statements, no support, no acknowledgement, nothing. It was like they collectively hit mute and hoped the noise would pass. And when Jay-Z got listed in Jane Doe's lawsuit, he had attorney Alex Spiro jump in right away to publicly reject any suggestion that he and Diddy were close friends. Think about that, after all those years, Jay supposedly says they were never even cool. That had to sting for Diddy, especially with all the talk that he might have helped Jay hide some skeletons in his own closet. Let's not forget, Jay-Z might have gotten his name taken off that lawsuit, but the streets haven't stopped whispering. People have been giving Jay-Z the side-eye for years, even before this Diddy saga exploded. There have long been unsettling rumors about Jay's behavior with much younger women, and how anyone who tries to speak up gets silenced or shut down. And then there's Kathy White, the actress who died under mysterious circumstances after allegedly being romantically linked to Jay-Z. Some say she was about to go public with major revelations. And guess who's rumored to have helped cover that up? Diddy. According to Jaguar Wright, Diddy helped the Carters sweep the Kathy White situation under the rug, and she even claims there's footage showing what really happened. Now here's the spine-chilling twist. One day after Kanye West echoed those accusations and called out the Carters, he reportedly suffered a sudden mental breakdown, and it just so happened at the home of his former trainer, Harley Pasternak. Not long after, Kanye was placed under a psychiatric hold. Coincidence? Some folks don't think so. Let's swing the focus back to 50 Cent, who's been pressing Jay hard since March 2024, right after Homeland Security stormed Diddy's properties. While the industry sat in total silence, 50 jumped on Instagram and took shots immediately. He even posted a photoshopped milk carton with Jay-Z's face on it like a missing person and wrote, "Anybody seen Jay? LOL." He added, Puff said he ain't answering his phone, just to twist the knife a bit more, but 50 didn't stop there. He followed it up by posting a picture of Jay-Z smiling and waving at a red carpet event with the caption, "Here is Jay-Z." A complete troll move, but it made a point. Jay's silence? It's deafening. And 50 added a final jab, last seen waving at Puffy's jet. Pure troll energy. Then, his longtime ally Tony Yeo chimed in during a fresh interview with Vlad TV, saying straight up that it's wild how Jay-Z's suddenly acting like he and Diddy were never close, when everyone in the game knows they were thick for years. Now the BeyHive is going full defense mode, saying 50's just a troll with a vendetta, stuck in an old beef with Jay-Z. But not everyone's buying that narrative. Critics are pointing out that the Carters didn't get dragged into this mess, they walked into it. By staying aligned with Diddy all these years despite the cloud of dark rumors. They positioned themselves right in the center of the storm, and let's not pretend their connection was casual. There are countless receipts showing they were way more than just business associates. They partied together, vacationed together, and got real cozy outside the spotlight. One telling moment, rapper DEA once revealed he met Beyoncé for the first time at Diddy's house. That says a lot, but it gets even darker. Just last month, another of Diddy's accusers stepped forward with a lawsuit that sent chills down people's spines, and this time, Beyoncé's name came up. According to Joseph Manza, he was drugged and assaulted at a Diddy-hosted bash in 2015, and Beyoncé was reportedly in attendance. The event? Christian Combs' birthday celebration in Miami. But it took a horrifying turn, the house where it all went down. Owned by music legends Gloria and Emilio Estefan. Joseph alleges that Gloria sensed something was off and told someone to intervene, but Emilio reportedly shut that idea down. According to the legal documents, once Joseph was incapacitated, he was transported through a hidden tunnel leading directly to Diddy's mansion. The person who allegedly escorted him? Former adult film actress Audria English, now everyone's asking, did the Carters really not know what was happening all these years? Or did they just choose to look the other way, and here's where it turns truly disturbing. Joseph Manza claims that as he slowly regained consciousness, he realized he was in a room with none other than Jay-Z and Beyoncé. According to the suit, Beyoncé allegedly asked why a half-naked white man had an adult toy strapped to his face. The answer? Someone reportedly told her, it's a punishment. Diddy wants him to see what we do to snitches. Bone-chilling, the lawsuit continues with horrifying detail. Joseph says he was stripped, humiliated, and forced to wear a thong. A black leather mask with a rubber dam was locked over his face. And a device was protruding from his mouth. The rest? It only gets more degrading. He described what happened as part of a nightmarish freak-off, and what was Jay-Z and Beyoncé's reaction. That's where the silence becomes suspicious. Jay-Z's attorney, Alex Spiro, swiftly denied that Jay was even in Miami when the party happened, but he said nothing about Beyoncé. Not a word. No denial. No comment. Nothing. Fans took note. If Jay's team can deny his presence that quickly, why stay quiet about Beyoncé, especially when she was specifically named as a witness? That silence is speaking volumes. Now speculation is exploding. Are the Carters really the polished, untouchable power couple they appear to be, or is Jay-Z using Beyoncé as a protective barrier while hiding behind her public image? A growing number of people think Jay is playing a long game, keeping quiet. Using Beyoncé's brand to absorb the spotlight, and hoping the storm passes him by. Insiders are even suggesting that Jay-Z might have been the brains behind Beyoncé's sudden rush to tour again, just to shift public focus from the Diddy scandal. The timing? More than suspicious. Could the Cowboy Carter tour be a massive smokescreen, crafted to deflect attention from his legal risks, and remember, Jaguar Wright didn't hold back. She recently said Beyoncé's fans need to launch a free Beyoncé movement, comparing her situation to Britney Spears. She even claimed Jay is allegedly keeping her medicated and overworked to protect himself and control the narrative. As if it wasn't messy enough, 50 Cent just escalated things further. He accused Jay-Z of treating his marriage like a business arrangement, using Beyoncé's fame, talent, and loyal fan base as armor, while he moves behind the curtain, untouched. That's a bold charge, and it's got fans rethinking everything. So now we want to hear from you. What do you think is the real reason Cowboy Carter isn't connecting like Beyoncé's other tours? Is this just a rare misstep, or is there something far deeper and more troubling going on? Is 50 Cent actually onto something? Is Jay-Z truly hiding behind Beyoncé to dodge the fallout from this entire Diddy disaster? Drop your thoughts in the comments, we're watching them all. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who's been tracking the tea. There's more explosive content coming. Turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next on Hush Say.